I'm Staci Gregorio, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to Season 3 of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, KT and I have made it our life's goal to search far and wide throughout this country, and we're finding rising superstars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. Don't let the laid-back energy below us fool y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We got one of the dopest coaches, one of the most rising sensations, somebody who got it out the mud and did it her way and is still grinding to this day on her coaching journey. 9 years coaching experience in the game, representing Wildcat Nation. That's right, K-State, make some noise for one of your very own, the women's assistant coach. That's right, we got her. Welcome to the family, Staci Gregorio. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, we super excited about having you on. I'm glad you're not overseas right now. That's why I was asking you backstage, like, where you at? Because you're doing international recruiting. You could have been over there and across the pond doing this show. But now we appreciate you for joining K-State Wildcats. Let's get it crunk up in the building. Let's turn all the way up. I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, B. Jones. I've always wanted to go to Kansas State, man. So the fact that we get to do it today, let's turn up, man. Let's go.
Hey, they used to have a football coach there that I don't know, he was one of the dopest football coaches in a while. I think it was Bill Pooley, and I don't know why. Snyder. Yeah, Bill Snyder. And ever since then, I fell in love with like the school. I was hoping for them to get upsets every time they would play Nebraska in Texas. I was always rooting for K-State to make some noise. So we need y'all to show us some love. I've been on the K-State bandwagon for a long time, but now we need y'all to help us out. All right, Stacy, before we pay the bills, we got to do this thing in order. We got to do things around this safe and make sure everybody's in a good place. All right, so I need you to take your right hand. I need you to get your right hand, and I need you to reach over your shoulder, over your left shoulder. I need you to pull that strap down, and I need you to buckle up and so and pop it. We're about to go on a journey. We're about to take y'all on a wild ride. All right, so this is what we need to do. Before we get started, we got to pay the bills. By paying the bills, I ain't talking about keeping the utilities on. I guess metaphorically. I'm not talking about keeping the utilities on. But what I am talking about is growing the platform and helping us to take this thing into 2024 and to keep moving mountains. And the key catalyst in making all of this happen is you. That's right. You watching this show with the power of this finger can change the direction and keep this thing going in a very positive and inspirational way. Let me tell you how you could do so. On the count of 3, I'm going to make a lot of noise, and I need you to do 3 things. 3 things as you watch the rest of this episode. Number 1, if you believe in inspirational stories and motivational stories of rising stars, smash that subscribe button, because I promise you, we got so much more in store. On top of that, we got over 450 episodes over the last 3 years. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button, and I need you to hit it with a passionate conviction as many times as Elon Musk will allow you to hit that thing, because every time you hit that like button, this show will bubble up in the matrix. Just rise to the top like cream, all right? And then number 3, the last but not least, sharing is caring. We at the end of 2023. We almost close to holiday season. I know everybody's in a good mood. That's why you got to share this, because somebody need to hear this story. If somebody out there that's thinking about being the head coach, thinking about being an assistant coach, how do I get on that coach journey? You can give them the answer to that question right here today. All right, Coach Stacy G. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to keep messing up Gregorio. So,
B. Jones, this is what I was thinking. Like, Coach, we like to give everybody like nicknames. Can we call you Coach GG?
Yeah, you can call. I have a lot of nicknames, so you can call me whatever.
All right, Coach GG. Is K-State going to rock with us? Because I think I look good in purple. Matter of fact, I might do a wardrobe change here in a second.
I like that. Let's go.
All right, here we go. On the count of 3. Let's do it like we true to it, K-State. Let's make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right. If you did any of those 3, that means you're a family to me. The KT and I, we don't do fans. You can leave that to the OnlyFans and all that stuff. We don't do followers. We do family around here. That's it. 100% authentic family. So drop us a fire emoji in the chat if you did any of those 3, just so we can just reach out and just say thank you. 2 small words, big implication and big impact. We appreciate you so much for joining the Sports Life Talk family. Stacy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Sports Life Talk family. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk initiation.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay. Number 1 will always be, people think this is like a wild card for me, but Wiz Khalifa, and you can't tell me anything else. Okay. Number 2, it gets hard. Okay, Nelly. Number 3, Beyonce. Number 4, Nicki Minaj, and then number 5 is Eminem.
Oh. I like that top 5.
Ooh,
I like that top 5.
I do too. So, Coach, what we like to do, we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But there's no way I can give you anything less than 5. I can't give you anything less than 10. B. Jones, I'm feeling a little 18-ish today, man. So let's give her 18.
Let's go. 18 the whole way.
And it's like once I can't like nitpick or anything, man. That's how dope that top 5 was, Coach. I appreciate it.
You know what it is. Black and yellow,
black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Can't argue with that. So it's...
Yeah, but that's a Pittsburgh Steelers thing too, B. Jones. Don't do that.
I think he's from Pittsburgh. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steelers.
No. Tucson. I apologize. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
I gotta go with Wonder Woman. It's female empowerment here all day.
No doubt. All right, Diana Prince, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
In going with Wiz Khalifa, I gotta go with Work Hard, Play Hard.
Work hard, play hard. Yeah.
And I know people are wondering, man, why do y'all ask that superhero question? Because all the coaches that we have come on, we see y'all as superheroes. Because you guys do an amazing job. You have so many roles. You got to save a lot of lives, so we appreciate that. If you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive, who would it be and why?
It's a really hard question. Probably Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's kind of off, not really in what I do at all.
What? Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, so I just like it. Again, it goes back to the female empowerment thing, and like to change, to change laws. Like I wouldn't be able to have this job if it wasn't for people like her. So like it goes back to more that than like a basketball person.
All right, so what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I think it's like a mental toughness thing that basketball has given me the most. Like, it's most applicable in other areas of my life. Like just knowing to stay the course, trust the process, and just being mentally tough, highs and lows in life. We all have them. And like basketball has just made me pretty stable and headstrong in those kind of ups and downs.
All right, so we asked you your favorite superhero, and of course you said Wonder Woman, who's a part of the Justice League. So now I'm putting you in the head coaching seat. So I need for you to assemble your dream coaching staff, and I'm only giving you 3 spots, plus yourself, of course.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's tough. All right, we're going to go. I got to get, this is anyone, right? Like,
yes.
Rules, right? Okay, Pat Summitt. She's got to show me some things. Tara Vanderveer. She's been somebody that's been important in my life, and she's helped me along. And I got to go with the boss man, Jeff Mitty. I like my job, so got to name him.
Oh my gosh! the last track B, I didn't see that coming. All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you, Coach. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Okay, this is a hard question for me, but my favorite actress of all time is Sandra Bullock. So, and we have dark hair, so we'll just go with her.
Now, Coach, I love her as an actress. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's one of the greatest actresses ever. Do you realize that we don't have the budget for her? So do you have anybody else in mind?
I was shooting for the moon there. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. That's what I like to hear. But
shooting for the moon, I do.
I don't want to undersell the movie, you know?
No,
we need a big name. We need a big name to draw a box office draw, KT.
Yeah, we're gonna have a 5-minute movie if we get her, B. Jones. So, so do either of y'all watch the Netflix show The Witcher?
Yes, I've watched it.
So you know the lady that plays Yennefer? She's kind of like,
yep.
Yeah.
I can see that, KT.
So just check that out, Coach.
All right, so,
yeah. So this is probably the most important question of the initiation. B. Jones and I, we love to travel. And when you travel, you got to eat. So when we come to K-State to check y'all out, what's that one food spot that gets your stamp of approval? And what's your go-to meal there?
Bourbon and Baker is hands down maybe one of the best restaurants in Kansas. And you got to get the shrimp and grits or you're not doing it right.
I was about to say Bourbon and Bacon. You said Bourbon and Bacon?
Baker.
Okay, Bourbon and Baker. I was about to say anything with bacon in the title. You looked on top. Sign me up. But still, that sounds delicious. You know, I'm from Louisiana. So shrimp and grits is, matter of fact, we eating that here tonight at my house. So shrimp and grits sound absolutely delicious, especially when they do the right size shrimp. You got to have a big, thick shrimp. You can't do the little baby shrimp you get from Walmart with the water all dry. You got to get the big, thick, just juicy. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Bourbon and Baker, here we come.
Let's go. Come on.
I know. I was like bourbon and bacon. That sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen. But
you was gonna sign me up for it regardless.
Oh, no doubt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, basketball enthusiasts of all ages, it's time to elevate your podcast experience to new heights. Today, we're bringing you the playbook of a true basketball maestro, the assistant head coach who's been orchestrating the symphony of Kansas State victories. From behind-the-scenes strategy sessions to on-court magic, our guest is the wizard who turned the game into an art form. So grab your headbands and tune in as we chat with the brilliant assistant head coach, Staci Gregorio, for an episode that's sure to be a slam dunk of insight and inspiration. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Man, that was an excellent read. You got me excited. I'm like,
no, I was stumbling through it. I tried to do Coach, I tried to give her props on this one, man. I kind of stumbled through it, Coach, so I apologize. But B. Jones, go ahead and take it away.
That was super dope. And while we got a break into action, make sure you go to our website, SLT yougotnext, so you can see next.com. So you can see all of our 400 You Got Next guests and alumni. Also, you can take this show on the road in podcast form. Listen wherever you listen to podcasts, on your way to work, on your way to the gym, or while you're working out, while you're cooking. You can always listen to the just the audio version of this show if you're watching this now on YouTube. But let's go, Stacy G. What? So you don't have a nickname? Because I got to know what are the players calling you? They calling you something, Coach. Don't hold out on us now.
Yeah, it was a lot of names. Players call me Stacia, which I don't even know why that happened, but they do. Yeah, I got a lot of nicknames.
Players are just funny like that. Well, I'm gonna call you Stacy G just for the impact because I grew up on Kenny G and I don't know. I don't get to say it enough. So here we go. Stacy G. Coach Stacy, take us back to the beginning. When did you fall in love with the game of basketball? Tell us about your journey.
All right. So I actually hated sports when I was a kid. So I was forced to play when I was 12 because, we had like PE. And I wanted no parts in this, but you had to participate for a grade. So I'm playing and athletic director's watching and apparently thinks I'm athletic or whatever. So they call my parents And they're like, why doesn't she play sports? And my parents are like, well, she hates sports. So then he convinced my parents to make me play. So I was forced to choose either volleyball or basketball. Volleyball was sooner in the school year, so I chose basketball to put off the inevitable. And then it came back to bite me because as soon as basketball season started, everyone stuck to their guns, still had to play. But I fell in love within like a month. I was like, yep, this is amazing.
And see, I made a declaration on this show. I can't remember which episode it was, but I made a declaration on You Got Next that I feel like all kids at some point in their career should have to participate in athletics, organize that, not just go to gym. I'm talking about organized team athletics for 2 seasons, make them push through, because you just never know who might actually really fall in love with it. And it just, the game, sports in general, does so much for our community. It teaches us so much. I just feel like it's a vital part of our society and our growth and enrichment and development. But Coach, so you fall in love with this game, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of shocked when I read your journey, because you have been there and done that. You have been around the block, and I'm not even talking about coach. I'm talking about you played overseas. So we talking about a girl who didn't want to play sports, to they force you to play sports, and now you are excelling in the game. When did you realize you were kind of different with this thing, though?
I think my journey's weird. I realized it in high school that things were a little different when I went to a smaller high school for Vegas. I grew up in Vegas, so it's still big, and people were, trying to get me to come to their high schools, and I was like, what? Like, I just want to go to school and have fun. Like, I don't know. So that's when I kind of knew it was getting to a different point. But then truthfully, like, I got burnt out and I didn't really want to play after high school, which is why my journey got real weird after. And I took some time off and I didn't play for a while. And so then my college basketball experience, my clock ended and I graduated and didn't use my 4 years. So I go back home and I'm playing basketball in like this ladies league, and I tear my ACL and I'm like, okay, what is happening? And I'm doing this rehab and I'm like, what am I doing rehab for? Like, this is so dumb.
Right.
And so then I'm like, I need to go play basketball again. Like, I don't have any motivation. Like, I got to get back to doing something that matters to me. And I started missing it again. And so I looked up the rules for playing at JUCO. And so California has this rule where you can play anytime in your whole life. As long as you don't use your 4 years. It doesn't matter if you're 50 and you want to go play, you can play. So it was the only place I could play because my eligibility was out. So I emailed a bunch of coaches in Southern California. I was like, look, here's my story. Who will let me come play? Coach in San Diego let me play. And it pretty much had played my 2 years there, kind of blew up on the scene. And my only option after that was to go overseas. So that's how I ended up over there.
Now that is, Kevin, I don't think we've ever heard that story. Man, we could probably just dig into that and go an hour on just that part of the journey. But we got to progress this thing. So now you're overseas, you're doing your thing overseas, and this is hard on you. Like, people who don't understand the actual kind of environment of what it is for an American to go play overseas. It's like you going over there and you expected to produce on a whole nother level because you are an American ball player. Am I saying that correct? We've heard a lot of stories about individuals playing overseas and they got to come with this whole different level of play. Like, if they don't drop 30, they might get sent home. So was it stressful overseas, and what countries did you get the opportunity to go play in?
Yeah, so I first played in Germany. Was my first contract. I would say more for me was just the lifestyle change. Like, here in America, we emphasize working long practices, then weights, then conditioning separate. Your day is very long, and there it's not so much. So the downtime for me was actually the hardest part, where I was like, we're not practicing more. I wanted more. And so just that lifestyle change was hard for me. And just being alone over there it's a challenge. It's hard. And then you gotta adjust to the playing style in the country. So in Germany, it's very different than here. So that one was harder for me. Then next, I went to Spain, and that was just a blast. So I had so much fun there. I was in Barcelona. It was beautiful. My teammates were awesome, and they expect a lot. You obviously have to, they're using a spot for you, so you have to produce. But it's a lot of fun, and it's this great experience. When else are you gonna get the chance to just be paid to play basketball? It was pretty awesome.
Did they have the milk in cartons on the shelf? Like not in the refrigerator? Oh, that's gross. That is absolutely nasty. Somebody came on the show and said that. I said, ain't no way. It wouldn't be no dairy for me. Yeah.
That's real.
Wow, that is absolutely disgusting. All right, Coach. So you did your thing. You chilling in Barcelona. You're doing it. You're kicking it. You made that decision to become a coach. What transpired that made you realize, hey, it's time for me to take this thing and take my story to a different phase and to start giving back to the basketball community and help usher in this next generation of basketball hoopers?
Yeah, so I in between the two contracts, I came back to the States, and so I got my undergrad in political science, and the goal was to go to law school eventually, and that was kind of the plan. That was my interest, and I started coaching a team, a middle school basketball team, it was really rough, and I'm like kind of enjoying it. I'm like, what is this? Like, I feel like I love this. And so started doing that, applied for a high school job after Barcelona, got it. So I was the head varsity coach in San Diego. And this school was probably like, they might've been the worst high school basketball team in the state of California. But I fell in love with it. It was the school of kids who are high academic and low income. And so it was a very special school. And so these kids all come from a lot of different backgrounds, and they loved having a female come in and help them. I loved being able to help them. And it was the best. It was one of the best 2 years. And that was like, after that, it was like, no question, coaching is for me. There's no other, like, let's close up the LSAT books. There's no more law school. Like, this is it. I want to dedicate my entire life to this. And so that was the moment for me.
Well, KT, now the whole Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader, now that makes a whole bunch of sense. That makes a whole bunch of sense now. But Coach, I gotta ask you, you a hooper, you found success hooping, you love this game. How much patience does it take to go and coach the Bad News Bears?
Yeah, it was rough. I remember our first day, I took my best friend. I was like, you got to be my assistant because I can't do this without you. And she played. And so first drill, the ball's going over the basket. It's just layups. And we looked at each other and I said, I can't do this. Like, there's no way. But you learn patience along the way, which was actually probably a really good lesson for me. I feel like sometimes for players to transition in coaching, patience is probably the number one thing you need to learn. So that taught me a lot of that, and it was the most incredible experience ever.
Well, if we're gonna keep that patience theme, because I think you established something, a character trait that you were going to carry with you for the remaining part of your career. You still practicing it today, because when you decided to become an assistant coach, I mean, you basically just said, "Hey, hand me the mop and the broom." You was willing to do anything to be an assistant.
Yeah, you have to. So
tell us about this journey to become an assistant coach. I mean, you was doing everything at that point in time, from recruiting to videography to alumni association, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think once I realized I got to make a career out of this. I want to do this at a higher level. It's really hard to get into college basketball, especially coming from a really low-level high school. So I got really fortunate. A coach in San Diego at a Division II school gave me an opportunity to volunteer. So I volunteered there and kind of got some experience and some stuff. And she was like an amazing mentor. She showed me how to do everything, and she just allowed me to kind of be around. And that kind of piqued my interest and got me to all right, now what do I got to do to get to the Division I level, the highest level? How can I make this, the ultimate goal? And so I worked really hard for 2 years with her, applied. So the video coordinator job opened at Kansas State. I've never even been to Kansas prior to this, but I see it and I'm like, all right, I'm going to apply. I'm terrified. This is a Power 5 program. I have been at the worst high school in a Division II program, so I'm like, apply, get flown in for the interview. I'm overwhelmed and intimidated the whole time. But our head coach, Jeff Middia, ends up taking a chance on me, hires me. So I start out as the video coordinator. And, ultimately, in the back of my head, I wanted to be assistant Power 5 coach was a goal of mine. It was a very quiet goal of mine. I don't think I shared it with many people beyond my family, but that was something that was really important to me. And so first year as video coordinator, second year, I was a player development coach. Third year, I was able to add some recruiting coordinator stuff to that role, international recruiting. Fourth year, get to do a little bit of the same. I'm a little more on court when some of the coaches are gone. And then just this spring, I got promoted to our assistant coach, and I was extremely happy.
That is a round of applause for you, Coach Stacy. Oh my goodness, that's some patience. I ain't gonna lie, I would have been Ben, but I probably would have broke about year 3. Now, did you know anything about video coordinating before you took that role?
That was a little bit of what I was introduced to from my coach in San Diego. She showed me a little bit of what it should look like at this level, but really I didn't know a whole lot. And it was about like learning and becoming an expert in every one of those steps and not trying to skip steps, because you can get real antsy and want it so badly and skip steps, and you just can't. Like, I could not do that. So I had to like constantly remind myself to just be patient and it'll come. And then it did. So
look, you smiling too. I can see that energy, the vibrations coming through the screen right now. How hype you are. But Coach, I gotta ask you about international recruiting, because this sounds super sexy. It sounds amazing until it was a movie over the summer featuring Adam Sandler, and he was in all of these hotel rooms eating all that fast food. He was by himself. I was like, whoa, that ain't what I thought recruiting was gonna be. Coach, is it really like that, or what are your experiences as an international recruiter?
My experience is it's an incredible experience. My first summer doing it, I got to go to Porto, Portugal, which is the most beautiful place. You're on the water. My hotel's across from the beach. You're going to watch the top kids in Europe play. It was pretty amazing. And this year we were in Turkey, and so it kind of changes every year where you go. But it's amazing. You get to recruit kids from all over the world, learn about their culture. Anywhere from Australia to anywhere in Europe. I mean, South America. We're kind of in a little bit of everywhere.
Now, Coach Stacy, you actually got me believing that you a nice coach. I'm gonna tell you, so I get a little scary, especially when it's the little ones. It's the little thin ones. How tall are you, Coach?
5'3".
So you 5'3". You got this personality. You got this charismatic smile. You making me feel like I want to go play for Coach Stacy. Let me pick up the phone, see if I can call Jeff and get me a walk-on scholarship or something at K-State. But no, Coach, you got to tell me, is this the real Stacy? Is this the real Coach Stacy G? If I was to ask your players and your colleague, what are they going to tell me about Stacy G?
Yeah, I genuinely think like this is how I am all the time. The thing with me is like I'm overly detailed oriented. So our players will tell you if they're going to say anything, it's like I'm very like I'll nitpick on them like to the finest detail. But I'm like this pretty much all the time. Like, I'm more the laid back coach, but I'm definitely a like one-on-one coach. I'm going to pull you aside and tell you what needs to be fixed, and then encouraging and patience. That's what I learned, right?
All right, patience. We sticking with the patience thing. I got to ask you, what breaks that patience, Coach? What grinds your gears? What gets Coach Stacy G like, woo, get on the line?
I struggle with repeated mistakes. Like, yeah, you can make it the first time, but then if we correct it and it happens after that, that's where I'm like, hey, what are we doing here? You're not talking about this already? Like,
I believe you too, because you checked Kevin over the link we was which we were using to get this. Detail oriented to the absolute T. All right, last question, Coach. You working at K-State. You got to tell us a little bit about K-State basketball. You're a recruiter, so this is your moment to shine. Coach Jeff is watching this thing like, what is our pitch? Tell us why should a young lady, especially out of the DFW area, which we got so many hot commodity 5-star, 4-star, 3-star young ladies that can take that game to that next level. Why would a kid, you got 60 seconds, why would a kid should come to Topeka, Kansas and be a part of the K-State Wildcat program?
A lot of programs preach family, but we live family. I came here 5 years ago expecting to leave in 2, and I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. Our kids, they don't leave. They love it here. We wrap our arms around them when they come here, and we take care of them for 4 years, 5 years, however long they're with us. And you just can't match that. Not to mention we play in an incredible conference. And it's the best place to be. We have a crazy fan base here. They come for women's basketball, rain, shine, snow. We are playing in front of thousands every night in Bramlage, and it is electric.
Hey, I'm kind of embarrassed because y'all had a dog that came out of K-State not too long ago, and I cannot think of that name, but wasn't it a young lady that hit like 50 or 60 some points?
Ayoka Lee, she's still with us.
Oh, what's her name?
Ayoka Lee, she's our center. She scored 61. The NCAA record is hers.
That's right. I remember that story from about 2 years ago. So what grade is she in now? Look, I'm talking grade like she in high school. What classification is she in now?
So she's in grad school. She's graduated, but because she was injured last year, she got another year. So
wow.
Year, and we are so excited for her comeback because she is a special generational player.
Yes, Miss Lee, because I'm being very professional right now. We need you in Dallas. Do your thing so the Wings can draft you. Because we need somebody to help us to go take down that big beast known as the Las Vegas Aces. All right. Oh, we're gonna bring you back, Stacy. Because you being from Henderson, Nevada, I'm sure that you got a little love for the Las Vegas Aces. All right, Stacy, here we go. Welcome to the championship round. This is the part of the show with Kevin and I. We're going to do a little one-on-one dance, song and dance. You are now officially calling all the shots. All right, Coach? Now, have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
Yes.
All right, so the rules are super, super simple. Both KT and I are going to make a pitch. Whichever one of those pitches mean the most to you or the ones you agree with, you select it. Well, there's consequences to that because that host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game. And Kevin won last game. And do you know who you are? You know who you are, who gave him that win. And I'm still heartbroken about it. Because I absolutely had the best time on that show. But I'm having a great time on this show too, Coach. So here we go. Kevin, kick us off.
All right. Would you rather coach a player that you recruited that no one gave them a shot? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without Coach Gigi, or you're going to hear that same speech. They couldn't have done it without you. But this time, it's coming from a grad student, a GA, that got it out the mud the same way you did. And you took a chance on hiring them just like Jeff took that chance on hiring you. And they end up winning rings, going in the legendary Hall of Fame as a coach. And they said, hey, I did it all through Stacy G. I followed her blueprint.
Oh, that one stings. We got to go with the player.
Oh man, so you seem like such a developer.
It's about the players. That's why I'm
yeah, it is. All right, round number 2. Round number 2.
I know. Would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show on YouTube where you get to interview other college coaches and pick their brains, while eating at their favorite places to eat in the towns they coach in, or would you rather have me call up Netflix? We pull up on the campus and we do a 3-season documentary featuring the center, featuring Miss Lee, featuring yourself, Coach Jeff, basically putting on this Last Chance U style documentary, telling the K-State Wildcat story.
Oh, we gotta go with K-State. We're plugging the program here. Come on.
See how easy that was? That's all you had to do the first round, and this thing will be over with. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3, me and Kevin, we stopped the talking. No more pitches, no more fluff. It's all about the sneaker game. We are big-time sneakers heads around here. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We would love to have y'all be a part of our live show. We don't talk just about sports. We talk about pop culture, entertainment, everything. I even do a segment in which I drop the new sneakers that's coming out for the week. So come check it out. Come be a part of it. Again, we would love to have you. But with that being said, Stacy G, before the show, Kevin and I selected a pair of sneakers that we thought would represent you, the former hooper, now turned assistant coach. We want to know, so on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker. All right? When you say it, we're going to pull up the heat. We're going to show it on the screen. And whichever one you select, that host will win this game. All right? We'll win this round and subsequently win this game. You ready, Coach?
All right. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. Oh. I gotta go with the white. It's
the white and the purple? The white purple 3s? The K-State?
The lavenders are alternate. It's just can't beat that.
Well, y'all know what I'm wearing. The K-State when I go to the game. Yeah, baby. MOTS. Now Kevin finna get mad at me because I'm gonna use his thing on this one. Coach, do y'all have metal detectors? I've been waiting to say that for 3 episodes. Do y'all have metal detectors so I can sneak this belt in? No,
I'm telling. I'm like, he got all kinds of stuff in his pocket. You ain't getting in.
And nude. No, I'm just messing with you. KT, good game, brother. You knew I told you I was going to be dominant. I was going to dominate you down the stretch. All right.
Man, you said that like every other episode, so of course it's going to come true eventually.
All right, here we go. Coach, you had a long journey and it's just getting started. The best is yet to come for you and your career. But the title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next. So Coach Staci Gregorio, tell us what's up next for you.
I am going to enjoy the journey for a while and be really good at where I'm at right now. Ultimate goal, at the end of the day, I want to be a head coach of a program like K-State. But yeah, I love where I'm at, and this checks a huge box in my life. And so I'm just really enjoying every day in this journey.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know, it's probably some true blue hoopers or basketball fans that's listening to this, and they're like, man, we ain't even get to talk no basketball. So let's go, Coach. Let's go. Kevin, let me find some beat. Let me find some music for this one right here. Coach, when the K-State Wildcats hit the floor, what kind of basketball we gonna see out of these young ladies this fall?
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. We are deep this year. So, but we everything is around our 6'6" center area at least. So we're going to feed in the post, and we're going to be running on some people this year.
It's going to be fast paced. It's going to be fun. All right, Coach. Let's go, KT.
All right, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, of course. Like, I want to shout out my family. Obviously, when you have a journey that's not so linear, you got to have a lot of support. And they have never wavered, even when I took some weird paths. So definitely my family. My boyfriend, who just moved to Kansas in May, and so we kind of made our thing happen, and so we're very excited. But he's the most supportive guy ever. And then ultimately, a couple people who took some chances on me, mentioned them earlier in the show, would not be here without them. So just always thankful every day for those people.
All right. So before I ask you for your shout outs, what's your boyfriend's name?
Ryan.
Okay, I had to put you on the spot. Ryan, we're looking out for you, Ryan. You know, you better take care of our little sister because we'll come to Kansas. How tall is he?
Really?
He's 6 feet. He's not that tall.
He's 6 feet. How much you weigh?
Him? He's a big guy. Maybe
see, you know what I'm talking about. Kevin,
Ryan, you know what, man? Hey, congratulations, man. You got a good one. Yeah, I'm going to stay in my lane.
He's a great guy.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach GG, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
I think our assistant coach, Ebony Gillum, she's got to have next. She's from DFW, and she's somebody that I work closely with, but she's been super helpful in my journey, and she's probably the next up-and-coming head coach somewhere, too, so definitely.
All right, stop playing with us and start praying with us. Coach Ebony Gillum, you are officially on the clock. We just got your ticket punched, and we can't wait to have you on the show in season 4. See, y'all ought to understand, we get names like that. That's how season 4 gonna be. It is going to be a blog burner, but Coach Staci G, you got next. You are icon, Coach. You are living legend. You are in your prime, and you are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. You are charismatic and authentic. You are truly one of one. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh my God, we did it again. We gave y'all a dope show. Sports Life Talk Nation. Thank y'all for watching another phenomenal episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. As I say, we're getting towards the end of the year, so I'm going to get a little bit emotional when I sign off because I don't know, this show is probably the best thing that ever happened to me, and I pray that we can give it back to you guys in tenfold every single time. That's why we guarantee 100% energy, and we guarantee we're going to be the hardest working podcast on the planet. Nobody going to outwork us, and I promise you, if you find somebody else dropping as many episodes as we do, let me know, and I'll ratchet our game up even more. But check this out. We need y'all help. We need y'all support to help us to go into 2024, the year of the Mamba. We got big things planned, but we need y'all to tap in with us, lock in with us at Sports Life Talk, all one word, any of your social media platforms, wherever you go to get your social content daily, we dropping some. So we would love for you to tap in with us and lock in with us on that. And like I said earlier, go to our website, yougotnext.com, and there's a benefit in there. If you want to be on the show and you're like, man, I couldn't get nominated, well, we can't find everybody. There's millions of amazing stories out there that the world needs to hear, but we need you to tell us your story. So go to our website, click on the nominate tab, tell us a little bit about yourself. We're going to reach out and we're going to give you an audition to be on the show. It's just that simple. Don't forget to hang out with us Wednesday nights live at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also don't forget the podcast companion is there for you. If you don't have time to sit in front of the YouTube or you don't have time to hold the phone in your hand, your long recruiting road trips, throw on some Sports Life Talk so you can hear some more amazing stories from coaches and athletes across the globe. All right, KT, let's go home, man. Let's get out of here, bro.
As the final whistle echoes through the arena of our conversation, let's tip our hat to the basketball wisdom shared by our esteemed coach. Just like a game-changing halftime pep talk, we hope we're leaving you inspired and ready to conquer your challenges. Keep balling and catch us on the next episode.
Hey, Coach Stacy, the bigger the bid, the harder they fall. Cause I'm going mine. Cause my money's long. Yeah, work hard, play hard, work hard. Y'all better go listen to that Wiz Khalifa. That song go hard. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.